Next up is NavMesh modifier. So NavMesh modifier, what it does is modifies the default values that are set in the NavMesh surface. So for example, if I set here any kind of settings, which maybe I want to override for a specific parts of the navigation system, then I can add the NavMesh modifier component and I can override those values which are possible to override here in this area. For this demonstration, I still have the big platform that I added in the previous tutorial, and I have two small platforms. One is the parent, which has the NavMesh modifier component, and the other is the child, which doesn't have the NavMesh modifier component. So let's go through all the options one by one. First is mode. Here we have two options, add or modify object and remove object. Let's start with remove object first. If I rebake the surface, then you can see that this object is not included because we set it to be remove object, but the other object here on the left is still included. Why is that? Because apply to children is off. So if I enable apply to children and I bake again, this platform will also not be added, and it is because these settings are applied to all of the children as well. Affected agents means what type of agents will be affected by these changes. In our NavMesh surface, we have the agent type to set to humanoid, and in the NavMesh modifier, if I set it to orc and I bake, then you can see that the platforms are still included in this surface because the affected agent is different than here on the NavMesh surface. So I will put this back to all and we'll go to the add or modify object property. Here we have two extra options. One is override area. So the default area is set to walkable here, and we can override it to water, for example. And if we bake everything again, you can see even on the color that it's changed to the water's color. By the way, in the open area settings, you can see what is the color of that specific area. More on the areas later. Okay, so you can override the area type to be different than the default one. And if you enable apply to children, then it will be added to both platforms, essentially to all the children. Now override generate links. So as you can see on the NavMesh surface, generate links is enabled, and now we overridden that value and we disable the generate links to our platforms. But you can still see something happened here. Let me explain. So the big platform, which has only the NavMesh surface component and generate links is enabled, it will generate a link from the platform itself to the nearby platform. But since this platform has generate links off, it did not generate any links. So this will be a one-directional link that has been generated because this platform cannot generate links. So it did not generate from here to the right platform. And the child is too far away from the main platform, so it doesn't have a link to the main platform, and it also doesn't have to the parent platform. If I click play, and if Unity would also load, if I click to this platform, the AI will jump to this platform, obviously cannot move forward, and if I want to go back, I cannot. So this is the correct behavior. As you can see also here on the arrow, it's only one directional. And if I enable on the NavMesh modifier, if I enable generate links and click bake, then the links are bidirectional. Same thing goes if I disable generate links on the NavMesh surface and enable it here. It will be one directional from this platform to the main one. And here between these two smaller platforms, it will be bidirectional. That's it on the NavMesh modifier component. In the next video, we will go through the other components of this new navigation system. Thank you.